My name is Stefan Bradley, and I'm the Director of African American Studies and an Associate Professor of History. I study specifically students and their role in changing policy at predominantly white universities. And so, even more specific, I focus on African American students, a very small population in higher education at the time, between, you'd say, the Second World War in 1975 or so. Very small population, and their efforts to change policies at Ivy League institutions. So, Harlem versus Columbia University, Black Student Power in the late 1960s was my very first book. And in 1968, when there was a Black Power movement, when people were conscious of the role of white institutions and white institutional power, doing this sort of thing pushed people over the edge. And that's the kind of thing that we saw in 2014, in August, with Mike Brown, is this idea that things build up and there's a certain amount of fuel, but there's always one thing that sparks the explosion. And so those are the kinds of things that historians will look back and they'll say that this was a turning point that allowed the American people to critically examine how they go about policing themselves, how they go about educating themselves, how they go about politics in general.